I'm going to go through an ankle car, controlled articular rotation of the ankle. It's not just an ankle circle, because usually you'll see people doing ankle circles, they do this kind of thing. And to improve mobility, we're going to make mobility gains in our end ranges of motion. So that's where you really need to focus on the movement and be strict with it and go slow. So a couple of ways to set up. You can just bend your leg as I am here and rest your foot on top, okay? If sometimes that's awkward for people with poor hip mobility, so you can just use a phone book or a yoga block like I have here. I'm going to go in this hand. Now, I'm keeping my leg straight, so I'm locking out that knee. That knee stays locked out throughout the movement. I'm also going to try and avoid rotating my hip. Okay, so the task is lock out the knee, don't rotate the hip, and move the ankle through its largest range of motion. Now I'm just going to point the toe, start off here, slowly and controlled, bring the toe in a clockwise direction, bring that toe as far to me as I possibly can. I'm going to feel this in the calf now as the calf and Achilles is being lengthened. This stuff here is working really hard. The shin musculature being shortened over as far as I possibly can and focusing, and there is one rep. Now I can reverse the direction, slowly. Feel this in the side of my shin musculature, side of my lower leg, toes up towards me as far as I can, keeping that knee locked out all the way over to the other side, and that's 2 reps. If you want, you can sit up against the wall, hold your hip to avoid rotating from the hip, really focus on bringing this ankle to its largest range of motion. You might find that your knee starts to bend, your hip starts to rotate, because these are more difficult when you do them correctly. And nice and slowly. So how long does it take for a repetition? I'm not timing there, but it's not 5 seconds. It's more. It's probably going to take about 10 seconds or more. You can time yourself there. But they're the ankle cars. And I ask people who have poor ankle mobility, how often do you move your ankle in this end ranges of motion? And really we don't need to in this modern world of flat surfaces and elevated shoes. You know, back in the day when human beings lived closer to nature, you know, they still do in certain parts of the world, say down in the Amazon, for example, there are some lucky tribes down there who still walk around the forest barefoot. They have good mobility because they're using their ankles in their full range of motion all the time. We weren't designed to walk on this. Our feet have been made to adapt. So these are really, really powerful way of maintaining and improving your range of motion in your ankle. The suggestion is to do them every single day, a few times a day even. You know, you're sitting on the couch, hang your foot over the end of the couch, do them whilst watching Netflix if you want. So they are the ankle cars, and yeah, can't do them too much. Cheers.